We got some news during the show that Robin Williams has passed away.
Even after a decade, the pain of Robin Williams's passing is still felt by millions. The beloved comedian and actor brought laughter to countless lives with his quick wit and iconic characters. But in 2014, the world was left in shock when Robin Williams died. Now, after years of silence, his wife is speaking out, revealing new details that could change the way we understand Robin. What secrets has she been keeping? Join us as we shed new light on the beloved actor's final days. In a recent interview, Susan opened up about the struggles Robin faced in his final years, providing a heartbreaking insight into the actor's private battle with a debilitating illness. She revealed that Robin was suffering from a neurodegenerative disorder that causes severe cognitive and physical impairments. This diagnosis, which was confirmed only after his death, explained many of the puzzling symptoms that Robin had been experiencing, but which had remained undiagnosed during his lifetime. The world has long mourned the loss of Robin Williams, a man who brought laughter and light to so many. The new revelations from his wife offer a deeper understanding of the challenges he faced and the reasons behind his tragic death. What exactly is this disease? Was there more to Robin Williams' story than we knew? Prepare to be surprised as we revisit the life and death of Robin Williams and explore the secret struggle that his wife claims ultimately took him. Early life. Robin McLaurin Williams, an iconic figure in American entertainment, was born on July 21, 1951, at St. Luke's Hospital in Chicago, Illinois. His life and career were marked by remarkable versatility and profound impact on comedy and acting. Williams hailed from a diverse and influential background. His father, Robert Fitzgerald Williams, was a high-ranking executive in the Ford Motor Company's Lincoln Mercury division, which provided the family with a comfortable and affluent lifestyle. His mother, Laurie McLaurin, a former model, came from a background that blended charm with a flair for creativity. The family dynamics were further enriched by the presence of his two older half-brothers, Robert, from his father's previous marriage, and McLaurin, from his mother's previous relationship. This blended family setup exposed Williams to various influences and personalities from an early age. Raised in a household with diverse religious beliefs, Williams experienced a unique spiritual upbringing. While his mother practiced Christian Science, he was brought up in the Episcopal faith of his father. This dual exposure perhaps contributed to his broad outlook on life, a characteristic that often shone through in his work. One of the most significant influences on Williams's early life and eventual career in comedy was his mother. During a 2001 interview on Inside the Actor's Studio, Williams fondly remembered how he would try to make his mother laugh to capture her attention. This need for connection and approval laid the foundation for his extraordinary comedic talent. His mother's sense of humor and her reactions to his antics were crucial in shaping his comedic style, characterized by its rapid-fire delivery and improvisational brilliance. Williams's journey to stardom began with his education and early experiences in performance. Early career. After attending Claremont Men's College in California to study political science, he left to pursue acting. He studied theater at the College of Marin in Kentfield, California, and later at the Juilliard School in New York City, where he was mentored by the renowned actor John Houseman. At Juilliard, he formed a lasting friendship with Christopher Reeve, another future star of the entertainment world. Robin Williams began his illustrious journey in stand-up comedy in the San Francisco Bay Area in 1976, a period that marked the nascent stages of what would become an extraordinary career in comedy and entertainment. Williams's first significant stand-up was at the Holy City Zoo, a renowned comedy club in San Francisco. The club, which started as a humble venue for comedians, became a pivotal place for Williams. He initially worked there as a bartender, but it wasn't long before he transitioned from serving drinks to delivering punchlines on stage. This venue played a crucial role in his development as a comedian, providing a platform to hone his skills and experiment with his style. During the late 1970s, San Francisco experienced a comedy renaissance, with Williams emerging as one of the key figures in this vibrant scene. Critic Gerald Nachman highlighted Williams's role in leading this renaissance, noting how his dynamic performances and innovative approach to comedy invigorated the local comedy circuit. Williams's style, characterized by its rapid-fire delivery and spontaneous improvisation, resonated deeply with audiences and set him apart from his contemporaries. Following his success in San Francisco, Williams moved to Los Angeles to further pursue his career in stand-up comedy. He continued to perform at various comedy clubs, most notably the Comedy Store, a legendary venue that hosted many of the era's top comedians. It was at the Comedy Store in 1977 that TV producer George Schlatter discovered Williams and invited him to appear on the revival of the show, Laugh-In. Although the revival of Laugh-In was short-lived, airing in late 1977, it marked Williams's debut television appearance and introduced his talent to a broader audience. In the same year, Williams performed a show at the LA Improv for home box office, which further showcased his comedic abilities to a wider audience. Despite the limited success of the Laugh-In revival, these early television appearances were instrumental in launching his television career. Williams continued to perform stand-up at various venues to keep his improvisational skills sharp. Williams's appeal was not confined to the United States. He also performed internationally, including notable performances at the Fighting Cocks in England. These international shows helped him build a global fan base and demonstrated his ability to connect with diverse audiences through his unique brand of humor. Robin Williams' journey in film and television began with modest roles, but quickly escalated to stardom, thanks to his unique comedic talent and improvisational skills. Film and television roles. Williams's first credited film role was in the 1977 low-budget comedy, Can I Do It Till I Need Glasses? This film, while not widely known or celebrated, marked his initial journey into the world of cinema. Although the part was small and the film itself was not a major success, it was an essential step in his early career, showcasing his willingness to take on diverse roles and begin building his presence in the film industry. Williams's first starring role in a feature film came with the 1980 movie Popeye, directed by Robert Altman. In this live-action adaptation of the beloved cartoon character, Williams played the titular role of Popeye the Sailor. His performance demonstrated the acting skills he had honed on television, bringing the animated character to life with his physical comedy and distinctive voice. Despite Popeye being a commercial disappointment, critics and audiences did not fault Williams's performance, recognizing his talent and commitment to the role. Williams's big break in television came when he was cast by Gary Marshall as the alien Mork in a 1978 episode of the TV series Happy Days, titled My Favorite Orkin. Williams was a last-minute replacement for a departing actor, and his quirky sense of humor made an immediate impression during his audition, where he famously sat on his head when asked to take a seat. This unconventional approach not only showcased his comedic genius, but also secured him the role. Mork's appearance on Happy Days was so popular that it led to the creation of the spin-off television sitcom Mork and Mindy, which premiered in 1978. The show co-starred Pam Dauber and ran until 1982. Unlike Happy Days, which was set in the 1950s in Milwaukee, Mork and Mindy was set in the present day in Boulder, Colorado, allowing Williams to explore the character in a contemporary context. The show was specifically written to accommodate his extreme improvisations in dialogue and behavior, giving him the creative freedom to fully express his comedic talent. At its peak, Mork and Mindy attracted a weekly audience of 60 million viewers, making it a significant success and turning Williams into a household name. His portrayal of Mork, a character who was both whimsical and profound, resonated deeply with viewers. Critic James Poniwozik noted that the show was particularly popular among young people because Williams embodied a man and a child, buoyant, rubber-faced, an endless gusher of ideas. This duality of innocence and wisdom in his character appealed to a broad audience, contributing to the show's widespread popularity. The success of Mork and Mindy was instrumental in establishing Robin Williams as a superstar. Mork became a cultural phenomenon and featured prominently on posters, coloring books, lunch boxes, and various other merchandise. This widespread popularity is a testament to the character's impact and Williams's ability to connect with viewers of all ages. The success of Mork and Mindy was so immense that Robin Williams graced the cover of Time magazine on March 12, 1979. This cover story marked a significant milestone in his career, signaling his arrival as a major entertainment figure. The feature not only celebrated his success on television, but also introduced him to a broader audience, setting the stage for his subsequent ventures in stand-up comedy and film. Capitalizing on his television success, Williams began to expand his reach with his stand-up comedy. Throughout the late 1970s and 1980s, he became known for his high-energy, improvisational style, which captivated audiences worldwide. In 1979, Williams recorded a live show at the Copacabana in New York City, titled "Reality, What a Concept." This performance earned him a Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album, further cementing his status as a leading figure in comedy. The album's success demonstrated Williams's ability to transition from television to live performance, highlighting his versatility and broad appeal. While Williams's television and stand-up careers flourished, his initial forays into film were met with mixed success. He took on roles in movies such as The Survivors, 1983, and Club Paradise, 1986, but these films did not significantly advance his film career. Despite these setbacks, Williams continued to pursue film opportunities, seeking a role that would allow him to fully showcase his talents. In 1986, Williams co-hosted the 58th Academy Awards alongside Alan Alda and Jane Fonda. This high-profile gig demonstrated the industry's recognition of his talent and charisma, even as he sought the right film role to elevate his career. Williams's first major film success came with his starring role in Barry Levinson's Good Morning Vietnam, 1987. In the film, Williams played Adrian Cronauer, a radio DJ for the Armed Forces radio service in Saigon during the Vietnam War. His character used humor and satire to entertain the troops, blending Williams's comedic prowess with dramatic elements. One of Robin Williams's most iconic roles was his voice performance as the genie in Disney's animated musical Aladdin, 1992. The character was specifically written with Williams in mind, a decision that underscored the director's recognition of his unique comedic talent and improvisational skills. The filmmakers took a significant risk by tailoring the role for Williams, banking on his ability to bring the genie to life in a way that no other actor could. Despite the tailored role, Williams initially refused to participate. His reluctance stemmed from his concerns about Disney profiting from merchandise sales, as he did not want his involvement to be commercialized in such a manner. Williams accepted the role only under specific conditions, stating, "I'm doing it basically because I want to be part of this animation tradition. I want something for my children. One deal is, I just don't want to sell anything. as in Burger King, as in toys, as in stuff. Williams's performance as the genie was groundbreaking, primarily due to his extensive improvisation. He recorded approximately 30 hours of dialogue, much of which was improvised. This improvisational freedom allowed Williams to infuse the character with his signature humor and spontaneity. He impersonated dozens of celebrities, including Ed Sullivan, Jack Nicholson, Robert De Niro, Groucho Marx, Rodney Dangerfield, William F. Buckley Jr., Peter Lorre, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Arsenio Hall, showcasing his versatility and comedic genius. Williams's portrayal of the genie became one of his most recognized and beloved roles. The film itself was the highest-grossing movie of 1992, demonstrating the widespread appeal of Williams's performance. The genie character resonated with audiences of all ages, and Williams's energetic and humorous interpretation played a significant role in the film's success. In 2009, Williams was named a Disney Legend, an honor that acknowledged his significant contributions to the Disney legacy. Robin Williams often credited Robert De Niro as a significant influence on his acting technique. From De Niro, Williams learned the profound power of silence and the importance of the economy of dialogue. De Niro's method of acting, which often involves subtlety and restraint, offered Williams a different perspective on performance, emphasizing that sometimes less is more. Another major influence on Williams was Dustin Hoffman, his co-star in Steven Spielberg's 1991 film Hook. Hoffman, known for his transformative acting skills, taught Williams the importance of taking on diverse character types and the value of extreme preparation. Working alongside Hoffman, Williams learned how to immerse himself fully into a role, adopting various physical and psychological traits to bring his characters to life authentically. This approach significantly impacted Williams's performances, helping him to portray a wide range of characters with depth and believability. Williams's later career featured notable collaborations and guest appearances that showcased his enduring talent and versatility. In 2010, he appeared in a sketch with Robert De Niro on Saturday Night Live. In 2012, Williams guest starred as himself in two FX series, Louie and Wilfred. In 2011, Robin Williams made his Broadway acting debut in Rajiv Joseph's play Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo. The play opened at the Richard Rodgers Theater on March 31, 2011, and marked a significant milestone in Williams's career. His role in the play allowed him to showcase his dramatic abilities on one of the most prestigious stages in the world. The transition to Broadway highlighted Williams's commitment to challenging himself and expanding his artistic repertoire. His performance was widely praised, further cementing his reputation as a versatile and profoundly talented actor. Robin Williams, renowned for his comedic genius and acting talent, also had a personal life marked by notable relationships and family dynamics. His journey through marriage and parenthood reflected both the joys and challenges that accompanied his public career. Personal life. Williams married his first wife, Valerie Velarde, in June 1978. Their relationship began while Williams was working as a bartender in a San Francisco tavern in 1976. This was a period when Williams was still establishing himself as a comedian, and Velarde was a supportive partner during these formative years. They welcomed their son, Zachary Pym Zach Williams, in 1983. The marriage, however, faced difficulties, and they divorced in 1988. During his marriage to Velarde, it was reported that Williams began an affair with Zachary's nanny, Marcia Garces, in 1986. However, Velarde clarified in the 2018 documentary Robin Williams, Come Inside My Mind, that the relationship with Garces began after she and Williams had separated. Garces became a significant part of Williams's life, and they married on April 30, 1989, when she was 6 months pregnant with their first child, Zelda Ray Williams. The couple had another child, Cody Allen Williams, born in 1991. Their marriage lasted until 2008, when Garces filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Their divorce was finalized in 2010. Williams found love again with graphic designer Susan Schneider. The couple married on October 22, 2011, in St. Helena, California. Schneider supported Williams through some of the most challenging periods of his life, including his struggles with health issues and his untimely death in 2014. Robin Williams and his wife, Susan Schneider, resided in the picturesque neighborhood of Sea Cliff in San Francisco, California. This locale, known for its stunning views of the Pacific Ocean and the Golden Gate Bridge, provided a serene and beautiful setting for Williams's family life. Williams's relationships with his children were deeply meaningful to him. Williams was known to be a loving and devoted father, often speaking fondly of his children and the joy they brought to his life. His daughter Zelda has publicly shared how her father encouraged her creativity and supported her career in arts. Williams often expressed a deep sense of wonder and pride in his children. He once remarked, "My children give me a great sense of wonder, just to see them develop into these extraordinary human beings." This sentiment reflects the joy and fulfillment he derived from watching his children grow and thrive. His relationships with his children, Zach, Zelda, and Cody, were central to his life, providing him with immense happiness and grounding him amidst his busy career. Williams was an avid fan of both pen and paper role-playing games and video games. His passion for these forms of entertainment was well known, and he often shared his enthusiasm publicly. One of the most personal and touching examples of his love for video games is his daughter Zelda's name, inspired by the titular character from The Legend of Zelda, a favorite game series of the family. Williams's affection for this series was not just casual interest. He sometimes performed at consumer entertainment trade shows, showcasing his genuine passion for gaming. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, Robin Williams struggled with addiction, a dark period in his life that contrasted sharply with his professional success. His rise to fame brought immense pressure, and like many in the entertainment industry at the time, he turned to substances as a way to cope. Williams developed a dependency on substances that were prevalent in the social circles he navigated. Williams was a casual friend of John Belushi, the acclaimed comedian and actor from Saturday Night Live. On March 5, 1982, Belushi died from substance misuse, an event that profoundly affected Williams. They had partied together the night before Belushi's death, which left a lasting impact on Williams. This tragic incident, coupled with the birth of his son Zach, acted as a wake-up call. Reflecting on this period, Williams said, "Was it a wake-up call? Oh yeah, on a huge level. The grand jury helped too. The reality of losing a friend to substance misuse and the responsibility of fatherhood motivated Williams to quit." In the aftermath of Belushi's death, Williams sought healthier ways to manage his life and alleviate his depression. He turned to exercise, particularly cycling, which became a vital part of his routine. Cycling not only provided a physical outlet, but also a mental escape. According to Tony Tom, a bicycle shop owner, Williams credited cycling with saving his life. The physical exertion and the focus required for cycling offered him a form of therapy, helping him to combat his addiction and depression. Despite his initial success in overcoming addiction, Williams faced further challenges. In 2003, while working on the film The Big White in Alaska, Williams started drinking again. This relapse was a huge setback in his battle with addiction. By 2006, he recognized the need for professional help and checked into a substance misuse rehabilitation center in Newberg, Oregon. He publicly acknowledged his struggle with alcoholism, demonstrating his willingness to confront his issues head-on. Williams's openness about his addiction was an important step in his recovery. He admitted his failure to maintain sobriety, but he was adamant that he never returned to substance misuse, as he stated in a 2010 interview. In March 2009, Robin Williams faced a serious health scare that necessitated urgent medical intervention. While on his one-man tour, Williams experienced heart problems that led to his hospitalization. He postponed his tour to undergo surgery to replace his aortic valve, repair his mitral valve, and correct an irregular heartbeat. This complex surgery was performed on March 13, 2009, at the Cleveland Clinic, a renowned medical center known for its expertise in cardiovascular care. The successful completion of this surgery allowed Williams to recover and eventually return to his beloved career, though it underscored the seriousness of his health issues. In mid-2014, Williams sought treatment for alcoholism at the Hazelden Foundation Addiction Treatment Center in Center City, Minnesota. This return to rehab highlighted his ongoing struggle with substance misuse, a battle that he had faced intermittently throughout his life. Williams's struggle with severe depression was well documented, particularly by those close to him. His publicist, Mara Buxbaum, confirmed that he was battling severe depression before his death. This mental health struggle was further complicated by his physical health issues. His wife, Susan Schneider, revealed that Williams had been diagnosed with early-stage Parkinson's disease, a neurodegenerative disorder that affects movement and often comes with psychological symptoms such as depression and anxiety. Schneider noted that Williams was not yet ready to share his Parkinson's diagnosis publicly, indicating the heavy emotional toll it took on him. Robin Williams was found dead at the age of 63 in his home in Paradise Cay, California, on August 11, 2014. His death was a tragic culmination of the immense physical and psychological burdens imposed by Lewy body disease. Following Williams's death, an autopsy revealed that he had diffuse Lewy bodies, a form of dementia that had been misdiagnosed as Parkinson's disease. Lewy body dementia is a debilitating condition that can cause a range of symptoms, including cognitive impairment, hallucinations, and severe fluctuations in mental state. This misdiagnosis contributed to the confusion and distress Williams experienced in his final months. The presence of Lewy bodies explained many of the symptoms he exhibited, including his severe depression, anxiety, and the worsening of his cognitive functions. 2 years after Robin Williams's death, his widow, Susan Schneider, published a poignant essay in the journal Neurology. This essay provided a detailed and heart-wrenching account of the devastating effects of Lewy body disease on Williams's life. Schneider revealed that multiple doctors had described the pathology of Lewy body disease found in Williams as among the worst they had ever seen. This grim assessment underscored the severity of the condition that Williams endured, shedding light on the profound struggles he faced in his final months. According to Schneider, the early symptoms of Williams's disease began manifesting in October 2013. Initially, he experienced a sudden and prolonged spike in fear, anxiety, stress, and insomnia. These symptoms were alarming and unusual, marking the beginning of a rapid and distressing decline in his mental and physical health. As the disease progressed, Williams's symptoms worsened in severity and variety, encompassing memory loss, paranoia, and delusions. These symptoms are characteristic of Lewy body dementia, which can severely impact both cognitive and psychological functions. The mental and emotional toll on Williams was immense. Schneider described how Williams was acutely aware of the changes occurring in his mind and body, which added to his distress. He frequently expressed a desire to reboot his brain, highlighting his desperation and the profound impact the disease had on his cognitive abilities. According to Schneider, Robin was losing his mind, and he was aware of it. He kept saying, "I just want to reboot my brain." In her essay, Schneider provided a deeply personal perspective on Williams's battle with Lewy body disease. She described the harrowing experience of watching her husband, a man known for his quick wit and boundless creativity, grapple with a condition that relentlessly eroded his mental faculties. Her account painted a vivid picture of the daily challenges they faced, from managing his symptoms to seeking answers from medical professionals. Susan Schneider Williams, Robin Williams's widow, provided a haunting and powerful description of Lewy body disease, which afflicted her husband in his final years. She referred to the disease as the terrorist inside my husband's brain, capturing the relentless and destructive nature of the condition. Schneider highlighted that the presence of Lewy bodies, which are abnormal protein deposits that disrupt the brain's normal functioning, was the true cause of his suffering, not just his previous diagnosis of Parkinson's disease. In her reflections, Schneider pointed out a significant cultural gap in how we discuss and understand brain diseases compared to conditions like depression. She noted that depression is often viewed through a psychological lens, whereas diseases like LBD are deeply rooted in neurology. Schneider emphasized that Williams's depression was a symptom of LBD, not merely a standalone psychological issue. She lamented that, as a society, we lack the vocabulary and understanding to adequately discuss and address brain diseases. Schneider poignantly articulated the duality of the loss. I lost my husband and my best friend, while the world lost one of its most beloved artists and beautiful human beings. I am utterly heartbroken. Her words capture the personal and collective grief that followed Williams's death, highlighting the deep void left by his absence. Williams's daughter, Zelda Williams, also expressed her sorrow and the profound impact of her father's death. She remarked that the world is forever a little darker, less colorful, and less full of laughter in his absence. Zelda's reflection speaks to the unique and irreplaceable joy that Robin Williams brought into the lives of those who knew him personally and those who admired him from afar. Beyond his illustrious entertainment career, Robin Williams is celebrated for his significant philanthropic efforts. In 1986, Robin Williams, alongside fellow comedians Whoopi Goldberg and Billy Crystal, co-founded Comic Relief USA. This annual HBO television benefit was dedicated to raising funds for the homeless, a cause that Williams felt deeply passionate about. Over the years, Comic Relief USA became a significant force in charity, raising $80 million by 2014. Bob Zmuda, the creator of Comic Relief, explained that Williams's involvement was driven by a sense of gratitude and responsibility. Williams, who grew up in a wealthy household, felt a profound obligation to help those less fortunate. His desire to give back to the community was not just about financial contributions, but also about using his platform to raise awareness and inspire others to take action. Beyond his work with Comic Relief, Williams was a fervent supporter of various other causes. He made numerous benefit appearances to support literacy initiatives, understanding that education is a powerful tool for social change. Williams also advocated for women's rights, participating in events and campaigns aimed at promoting gender equality and empowering women. Williams's philanthropic efforts extended to supporting veterans and active military personnel. He was a regular performer on the United Service Organizations circuit, where he brought laughter and relief to troops stationed around the world. Over his career, Williams traveled to 13 countries, performing for approximately 90,000 troops. His visits to military bases and hospitals were marked by his genuine concern for the well-being of service members and their families. The USO, in a statement after Williams's death, expressed profound gratitude for his contributions, noting the significant impact he had on the morale of troops. Robin Williams left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. His unique ability to blend humor with deep emotional resonance allowed him to connect with audiences on multiple levels. Despite his struggles with mental health and addiction, his legacy remains one of laughter, empathy, and boundless creativity. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.